Hello, Pally.
Today is May 7th, 2019.
InFocus starts right now. The 2019 Spring Dance Showcase happens today. We'll tell you the when and where.
James isn't the only star on Jeopardy! A Pally teacher will be in the spotlight tonight. We'll have the details.
And the Dow slips today after news of possible tariffs. We'll tell you more.
All that and more is coming up on today's show.
Welcome to InFocus. I'm Thomas Colburn.
And I'm Derek Dong.
There's a lot going on around campus.
Here are some important announcements from today's campus bulletin.
The dance team's 2019 annual Spring Showcase is here, featuring halftime performances and award-winning competition pieces, as well as guest performances from Pally dance groups and alumni. This show will have plenty to see for all. The show is today. It starts at 7 p.m. in the PAC. Tickets are still available for purchase on the quad this week or online via pallydance.com.
Looking for summer volunteer opportunities? Come to the Tower building to check out the Community Service Bulletin Board outside the CCC office. For more questions, contact Kay Larson at payusd.org. AP testing begins this week and continues until May 18th. For people who have already signed up and paid for the fee, AP tests are taken in the Peary Center. The tests for tomorrow are seminar in Spanish in the morning and Japanese in the afternoon. The Community Alliance for Identity Expression is hosting the 5th annual Pride Dance this Friday. It will take place in Arriaga Dining Hall at Castellea from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. Snacks and drinks will be provided, and it is completely free.
Pally's speech and debate team had 6 state qualifiers who performed exceptionally well this weekend. Ashley Hitchings clinched the 2019 state championship, and Christine Tu made it to round 16. In congressional debate, Ryan Wazawadi qualified to the semifinals, and Dominic Tebow placed 9th. In oratorical interpretation, Isabel Armstrong placed 8th, and Evan Baldonado missed elimination rounds by just 1 rank in impromptu.
For the past 2 months, the nation has had Jeopardy fever. James Holzhauer came in first place for the 22nd time on the legendary game show last week. His total now tops at $1.5 million, and he has the second longest winning appearance in Jeopardy history. But fans of James will need to wait to see him rake in more cash. The reign of James will pause for the annual Jeopardy Teachers Tournament, which started yesterday. But even with James not playing, Pally staff and students still have a trivia hero to root on. First-year Pally teacher Trevor Crowell will be showing his smarts tonight as he competes for $100,000 in the Jeopardy Teachers Tournament at 7 p.m. tonight on Channel 7.
Moving on now from what's going on around campus to what's happening in the world and locally today.
Let's take a look at what's topping today's headlines in today's News Minute. The Dow, S&P 500, and NASDAQ were all in the red this afternoon. The Dow was at nearly record-breaking lows for this year. At one point, the Dow plummeted more than 600 points. If it closes around this value, that would make it the second worst trading day of 2019. The worst was on January 3rd, when the Dow fell 660 points. This also marks the first time the Dow was below 26,000 points for the first time since March 29th. The numbers come as trade talks between the US and China have hit a wall.
The newest royal baby is a boy. Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, and Prince Harry welcomed their first child early Monday morning. The boy weighed 7 pounds and 3 ounces. Prince Harry said the baby is very healthy and was a bit overdue. They're still deciding on the baby's name. Their newborn son is the 7th in line to the British throne.
Today is the last day of the 3rd meeting of the International Contact Group on Venezuela and Costa Rica. 12 states of the European Union and Latin America are participating in this meeting. The group promotes presidential elections in Venezuela with all the guarantees. The International Contact Group was launched on February 7th in Uruguay with the goal to provide aid to the Venezuelan humanitarian crisis.
Let's move on from news of today to news of the past.
And today I have been doing some research about the cause for the US's entry into World War I. On this afternoon, May 7, 1915, the British ocean liner Lusitania was torpedoed without warning by a German submarine off the coast of Ireland. Within 20 minutes, the vessel sank into the Celtic Sea. Of the 1,959 passengers and crew, 1,198 people were drowned, including 128 Americans. 2 years later, in 1917, Germany sunk 4 more U.S. merchant ships, and on April 2, 1917, President Wilson appeared before Congress and called for a declaration of war against Germany. On April 4th, the Senate voted to declare war against Germany, and 2 days later, the House of Representatives endorsed the declaration. With that, America entered World War I. That's all from me. Back to the desk.
Thanks for that great story, Derek. Let's check out Anthony for sports today. What's going on, Anthony?
Yesterday, varsity softball had a grand slam win against Fremont with a score of 4-2. Today, varsity softball will take a short stop in Saratoga starting at 4 p.m. That's all from me. Now back to you.
Good job to our athletes who played yesterday. We really showed those other schools who is boss.
That was a cold burn. And speaking of cold burn, our weatherman here will tell us all about the weather for the next few days. What can we expect out there today, Thomas?
Well, as we look at San Francisco, we got a high of 64 and a low of 54. Temperatures at around 61 degrees right now with winds at about 3 miles an hour. And as we cross the bay up into Oakland, we got a high of 71 and a low of 55, roughly around 70 degrees with winds at about 7 miles an hour. As we go down south down to San Jose, we got a high of 73 and a low of 53. So that's our Bay Area temperatures for today. As I look at today in Palo Alto, today was around 67 degrees. We had a high of 70, a low of 53. Winds at about 6 miles an hour today. Tomorrow might be cloudy, but don't worry about that because we'll have a high of 73, a low of 54. Thursday, the sun will be very shining bright, so we got a high of 71, a low of 55, and the sun will definitely be coming out tomorrow. As we check out this coming up weekend, we're expecting a lot of sun, so make sure to go on the beach and get some vitamin D. Well, that does it for today's episode.
Be sure to visit our website to check out old episodes, check the bulletin, or to send us an email.
Until next time, have a great day, Pally.